If you are watching this video from the US or from Canada or even the UK, and Ghana has been sitting quietly in your heart for a while now, this video is for you. Especially if you are in your 40s or even your 50s, because there is a version of the moving to Ghana story that goes viral, and then there is the part that the diaspora people do not hear. And this is not because anyone is lying to you, but because excitement is usually louder than reality. And another thing, excitement gets to travel faster on the internet. For most people, it starts the same way. A video pops up on their screen. You see the beautiful sunsets in Accra or anywhere in Ghana. You see the palm trees are swaying, or is it the locals? They are smiling at you. Someone is talking about the peace, the slower living, and finally how they feel at home. And suddenly, Ghana becomes more than a country. It becomes a solution to a problem, a solution to a burnout, a solution to racism fatigue, a solution to the feeling that life in America has become loud, fast, and expensive, even emotionally exhausting. So the mind fills in the gap. You start thinking, at this age, I deserve peace. I have worked hard enough. I do not need much of this anymore. I just want a simpler life. Now, just in case you do not know, this is the halo effect. Everything about Ghana looks good because you are tired. And there is nothing actually wrong with being tired. But you should also know that the halo effect has one weakness, that it hides the fine print. Moving to Ghana in your 20s is an adventure. In your 30s, it's an exploration. But in your 40s, your 50s, it's an identity relocation. Now, you are not just changing countries, you are changing how your body handles stress, how your mind handles uncertainty, and how much margin you actually have for mistakes. At this age, your nervous system is different. Your tolerance for chaos is lower. Your patience for inefficiency is thinner. And your recovery time, physically, emotionally, financially, is not what it used to be. Diaspora people don't hear this part. Most content skips straight from arrival to acceptance, but there is a long, quiet middle. And that middle is where most people often struggle. One of the first surprises after the excitement fades is grief. And the grief, it's not dramatic, it's a silent grief. You are going to be grieving your old routines, your predictability, you get it, the systems that you were used to, your I know how things work, all that confidence, you are going to be grieving them. And in America, you knew where to go, who to call, what would happen the next minute. You get what I am saying? Literally, okay? Now in Ghana, everything would require interpretation for you. And when you are in your 40s or 50s, learning an entirely new system while trying to relax can feel like an emotional whiplash. You thought you were coming here to rest. Instead, you were learning how to refunction. That adjustment is actually heavier at this age than a lot of people would want to admit. Now, here's something that surprises many people in their 40s and in their 50s. Life in Ghana can actually be peaceful, but it is not always easy. Simple tasks are going to take your energy, and we are talking about the power outages, the water shortage, the inconsistencies in traffic, all of those things, communication misunderstanding, or what about the administrative delays? When you are younger, you have the energy to brush it off. But when you are older, your body feels it more than you can even, talk about it. Diaspora people don't hear this part because most relocation content talks about money and not the energy. But energy becomes more valuable than money as you age. The honeymoon phase, it gets to last usually 3 to 6 months, and that is when everything feels interesting. Inconveniences can feel like the culture. Your challenges, they feel temporary. You get what I am saying? Then real life sets in, and the question becomes, is this my new normal? This is where people in their 40s and their 50s get to start asking questions they did not ask before moving to Ghana. They are going to be asking questions like, can I sustain this long term? What if what happens if I get sick? What happens if my savings run low? Who do I go to? Who do I rely on? You get it? Am I building stability or am I just surviving? These are not fear based questions, these are maturity based questions. In America, you were someone, your career meant something, your experience, it counted, your voice carried weight. But in Ghana, you may need to rebuild relevance. You may need to rebuild relevance. And this is not because you are disrespected, but because context matters. You are learning when to speak, when to observe, when to adapt, and of course, when to stand firm. That recalibration is humbling. For some people, it's a form of healing. For others, it can be unsettling. And at this age, your ego gets to be bruised differently. You get it? I understand that life can be slower, but slower does not always mean that it's a calm life. Sometimes slower means waiting, repeating yourself, following up, accepting delays, letting go of urgency. If you are watching this video from the US, Canada, the UK, or wherever it is that you might be watching this video, you are used to efficiency being tied to self worth. But in Ghana, time gets to move differently. That can be freeing, or it could even be frustrating on the other hand, or at times it could even be both. The adjustment is emotional, it's not logistical. Now, another thing that diaspora people don't hear is that your money may stretch, but your expenses can become unpredictable. Rent structures are different, upfront costs are heavier, maintenance is constant, and unexpected expenses are normal. If you moved thinking that I won't need much, you may be surprised by how often you are going to reach out for your budget. Especially in your 40s or 50s, financial stress hits harder because retirement mathematics is already running in the background. Your peace and panic cannot coexist together. Now, this is why planning matters more than optimism. Making friends at 25 is quite easy. Can we say the same thing at the age of 45? Everyone already has a life. You may feel lonely at first. You get what I am saying? You might be lonely, but you are not isolated. You are just unanchored. And if you care with a spouse, the adjustment may not happen at the same speed. One person is likely going to settle in faster, and the other is going to struggle quietly. This tension is real, and many people don't get to talk about it until it begins to show up as resentment. This is the part that many people get to skip. Now, let's talk about the healthcare system. They are actually different. Preventive care feels unfamiliar. Navigation requires local knowledge. And in your 40s or your 50s, your health becomes proactive and not reactive. You start thinking, who do I trust? What's my backup plan? Do I have options? You get what I am saying? Now, these thoughts don't mean that Ghana is not, viable. What it means is that you are thinking long term. Now, let us be honest. Let us be honest. Despite all of this, there's a kind of peace that is hard to explain. There are going to be mornings when the air feels lighter, moments when your life feels less of a performance. There are days when you realize that you are no longer rushing through your own existence, and that matters. It matters most especially at this stage of your life. The joy is real, but it is not automatic. It is built. You get what I'm saying? It is built. Now, the difference is not money alone. It is the preparation that you take for this journey. It is the mindset that you had before you embarked on this journey. It's having accurate expectations instead of you having the romantic ones. People who thrive understand that Ghana does not replace America. Rather, it gets to, reshape them. They understand that peace requires system. Flexibility is a survival skill. Support networks get to matter more than aesthetics. They come informed, you know, not intoxicated by the excitement. So you should understand that relocating in your 40s or your 50s is not an escape. It is about alignment. Alignment with your energy, alignment with your values, alignment with your capacity, your future. Diaspora people don't hear this part because it doesn't fit into that 60-second video, but it fits into real life. So over time, you start to realize something. Most people don't feel most people don't fail at relocation because they choose Ghana. They struggle because they did not understand what kind of support that they would need. Information alone is not enough. You need context. You get what I'm saying? Lived inside, emotional honesty. You need a safe place to ask the embarrassing questions. You get it? Most especially at this age. And that's where things begin to start to change for you. So if you're watching this from the US, Canada, UK, or wherever it is that you're watching this video, and you are in your 40s, your 50s, Ghana has been calling you for the longest time. You get it? This video is not meant to scare you. On the contrary, it is meant to steady you. And this is because excitement can get you on a plane, but clarity is what you are going to need to, remain in this country. You get what I'm saying? And the people who thrive here long term, they are not the ones that are the most excited. They are the ones that were most prepared. You get it? There are conversations that diaspora people need, but they don't always know where to have them. There are conversations that go beyond aesthetics, beyond tourism, or even the hype. You get what I'm saying? So if you have ever felt like someone should have told me this early on, you are not alone, okay? You are not wrong. You get what I am saying? More of these conversations are coming. And this is because part of the journey deserves honesty, most especially for those of you at this stage of your life. So, guys, thank you for staying tuned with me today. And I hope you did enjoy, you did learn one or two things about relocating to Ghana if you are in your 40s, your 50s, or thereabout. Now, if you did enjoy today's video, I'd like that you please drop a comment down below. And while you are at it, don't forget that you can give this video a thumbs up. You can share this video to most of your friends, family members, colleagues that you know are thinking of relocating to Ghana in their 40s, in their 50s. Share this video with them so that they have an idea of what entails them coming into Ghana. And don't forget to subscribe to the channel. It's Obinje O Talk, where we talk about diaspora relocating to Ghana, what life is before and after. So thank you, and I will see you another day. Bye.